Alright, so today we're going to be going over some review, and we're going to be doing it by playing a little game, Among Us review game. So you'll start and go ahead and open up your own copy of this. There should be a copy available to everyone in your homework tab. And then you're going to click on it and you're going to enter your name here. So you would just click on it and backspace and enter your name. So like for me, I'm going to put Miss West. Then when you're done, you'll click the down arrow to go to the next slide. So our directions is that your mission is complete all of the crewmate tasks before the imposter sabotages your ship. You need to click through the slides to solve the problems. Good luck. So first we're going to start by selecting which of these crewmates we want to be. So I'm always purple, so I'm going to click on purple, and then you'll hit the Control C button to copy. And then you'll go click the down button, and then you will click on the next slide and paste to there. So then I'll move my little buddy over here. So here's me, be purple. And then if you want, you can go back and give them a hat if you'd like. So for me, I'm going to do the pumpkin hat. Normally I do the chef's hat, but I forgot to add it here. So then you just Control V to paste and move it right on top so that he has his little hat, or she has her little hat. Then you will scroll down to the next slide. So now, solve the problem below, drag the use button over the correct answer. So this button here. So now we have our matching. So a fixed point around which a figure is rotated. So remember, that's the point where something's rotated around. So that's going to be our center of rotation. So we'll click on our use button and drag it over to here. So we know that this is our answer. Then you leave it there, so that way I can check and make sure you got the correct answer. Then we go to the next slide. This one is the same thing, but instead the question is the line across which a figure is reflected. So the line across it is reflected, so that is our line of reflection. So we'll drag the use button here for this one. Then we scroll down to our next slide. So it says hint, click on and drag the card to swipe it. So we'll click on our card and just swipe it to the left, like so. Then we go down to the next slide. Now we're in the cafeteria. So again, we solve the problem and move the use button to whatever the correct answer is. So it says a transformation that slides a figure from one place to another. That slides a figure. So remember, that's our translation. So we're going to move that down to here. And we have our next one, which says a transformation that flips a figure over a line. So remember, we're flipping it, so this one is a reflection. So we move our use button over to where it says reflection. Next slide, we have our downloading data. So we're going to grab this green button, and like it says, drag the green button to finish upload. So we're just going to drag it over to the end to finish uploading. Then we go to our next slide. So now we're at storage. So it says a figure that results from a transformation. And so that is the result of a transformation. So that's what we call an image. So we're going to drag our use button over here to show that this is our answer. Our next slide, it says a figure before transformation. So remember, if that's before transformation, that's our original. So we'll drag our use button over here. Next, we have fill the gas tank by enlarging the rectangle. So we'll take our rectangle, click on it, and then hit the up arrow to fill it all the way to the top, like so. Then we go to our next slide where it says electrical. We want to solve this problem and drag the use button. So if something is the same size and the same shape, that means it is congruent. So put our use button over here. Next on electrical, it says sides in the same relative position. So sides in the same relative position is corresponding sides. So we will put our use button over there. Next, we're still in electrical, so we need to connect the wire, so we're going to click on our wire right here and click on this button and drag it over to connect. And then do the same thing for your pink. You'll click on the pink and you will drag it over to connect. Like so. So there we connected our wires. Now we have our weapons. So the point where two raised lines or line segments meet to form an angle. So that is what we call a vertex. Where the 2 points meet is our vertex. So we'll put our use button over here. Now we have lines that are always the same distance apart and never intersect. So those are parallel lines. Remember, they're like this or like this. They never intersect with each other. So we'll drag our use button over there. Now we're at weapons. We need to click on and delete the asteroids to clear them. So we'll click on all of these, hit delete, hit delete, 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 and delete. Then you scroll down to the next slide. So now we're at O2. So it's a transformation that turns a figure around a fixed point. So that's something that turns it, so that is a rotation. So we'll put this over here by rotation. Then we go to our next slide. So we're still in O2. So transformation in which the size and shape do not change. And that's what's called rigid transformation. So we will drag that over here. While we're still in O2, we need to delete the leaves to clean the filter. So we're just going to click on all the leaves and hit delete to clear them out. Now we are moved to navigation. So our question is in the opposite direction of hands on a clock or towards the left on a circle. So the opposite direction is what we call counterclockwise. So that we move our use there. And this is what we do with rotations. Next part of navigation is we need to click the line and drag it to finish the path. So we have our line here, and then we're going to drag it to finish it right there. Then we move to communications. So it says in the direction of hands on a clock or towards the right of a circle. So this is clockwise now. So now we're going the regular way, which is clockwise. So remember, if you go the opposite direction, it's counterclockwise. If you go the direction of a clock, it's clockwise. While we're in communications, we need to drag the switch up to divert power. So we're going to click on the switch here and just drag it to the top. Now we need to solve this problem in Shields. So to carry out an action means to perform. So that's doing maybe some type of transformation would be performing a transformation, which is to carry out the action. So you might be carrying out a translation, a rotation, or a reflection. So again, that's to carry out an action is perform. Now in Shields, we need to fix the damaged pieces by dragging our new pieces onto the red spots to where they need fixed. So we'll go there, there, and there, so that we can fix our shields. In security, we need to solve this problem. So it says a unit used to measure angles, and that's what's known as a degree. Then we go to our next slide, and oh no, we are in security and there is a body spotted. So we're going to drag our report button over to our emergency meeting button right here so that we can report the body. And then we have our dead body is reported, which means that we have won our game. Make sure all of your use buttons are at the correct answer for each of your slides, like so, and that your name is on it at the top, like so, and then turn it into the classwork tab. I hope you enjoyed the game. Have a good day. Bye.